Welcome, everyone, to Living Your Purpose, episode number 10. My name is Danielle K. Anderson, also known as Danielle WP. I'm an entrepreneur, interfaith minister, spiritual counselor, and life coach. And it is my purpose to help people look good, feel good, and to help them find and walk in their purpose. And my co-host with me today, as always, is SJ.
SJ from Inner Soul Development. That's right, Inner Soul Development. I'm a personal life coach and transformational speaker. What I do is I help you get off your autopilot, take you off course to your greater self, and I find that missing piece to your puzzle so you can live and enjoy living a successful life. That's what I do. I'm here to help you and get the results that stick. That's what it is.
Man, freaking fantastic. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you. As always, do us a favor if you have not already, if you're watching us live, share this, tweet this out, share it on Facebook, do it where all the sharing is done, so that people can know where you are and join the conversation. The more the merrier in this situation. So today, like I said, we're talking about choices and accountability and how important that is when it comes to living your purpose and just in general. So go ahead, SJ. Why don't you go ahead and get started?
Absolutely. Okay. So we're going to be talking about, once again, accountability and choices as what Danielle just said. Okay. So I have to read this because this is from a great author. His name is Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield. He was in he was in The Secret. He made Chicken Soup for the Soul book, the series. He's a millionaire a million times over. Okay. But he has a book called The Success Principles, and he talked about accountability. So I'm just going to paraphrase it for you, but it needs to be said. So this is what it says. Okay. It says that there is one person responsible for the quality of life that we live, and that is you. It says if you want to be successful, you have to take 100% responsibility for everything you experience in your life. Level of achievement, the results you produce, the quality of your relationships, the state of your health, and your physical fitness, your income, the debts, and also your feelings. It says it's not easy. It says it's not easy because we're conditioned to blame something outside of ourselves for the part of our life that we don't like. We blame our parents, our bosses, our friends, our co-workers, our clients, our spouse, the weather, the economy, our lack of understanding, lack of money, he talks about, and also the astronomical chart. Where you talk about, what's your sign, and that's the reason why you're doing so bad. He says that anyone or anything we can pin the blame on, he said we want to look at ourselves for the real problem. It is time to stop looking outside ourselves for the answer to why we're not creating the success or living in the purpose that we want to live in, right? So he said we need to take 100% responsibility and stop having victim stories and stop with the excuses. I thought that was right on the head because that's what some of us do. We don't take accountability for what's going on in our lives, and I think that's key because in order for us to to change our mindset, it starts with ourselves. It starts with ourselves and home base.
Right. That's absolutely true. There are situations that happen that you find yourself in that you may not necessarily have control over getting into that situation. However, how you choose to deal with that situation, those people around you. I said this last week, you can't choose your family, but you can choose how you interact with them. So, it's like, yeah, stuff happens. It's part of life. Stuff happens to you. But the true test is not getting into that situation, but how you get yourself out of that situation. And you have to take a certain amount of responsibility for the things that happen because it's up to you. The only person who is with you 24 hours a day is you. The only person who has any control over how you choose to view your life is you.
Right.
So there has to be a certain amount of accountability for yourself, for the decisions that you make, for the associations that you have, for the business dealings that you find yourself in. It's all centers around you.
Absolutely.
So your quality of life, even though you may have maybe some less desirable circumstances, it still depends on you. I see people who are on the street, cold, hungry, and dirty, who have a better quality of life because of their outlook and perspective for somebody who has everything, and they're still, they are still complaining. They're always complaining. They're upset. They're not satisfied. But and they're not taking accountability for that attitude. Like that person on the street, they know why they're there and what they did to get there, and they're doing whatever it is that they have to do to get out of it, and choosing to have that positive outlook. They're taking accountability for that.
Right.
And
you're kind of, I don't know if it's my phone or maybe it's your phone, but you're kind of in and out, like breaking in and out.
I'm sorry, I've been having problems all evening.
But yeah, I totally 100% agree with you. We have there's a lot of people out there that, I call them victim Vicky. Okay, they're always talking about what happened to them. They are the kind of people that like to live in their struggle. Okay, and the reason why they live in their struggle is because they want to have some type of appreciation of what they're doing, and they don't have any. They always never talk about how to get out of their struggle because they feel they want to live in it. So, like I said, you have to take accountability for what's going on in your life. Whatever is going on in your life, you attract it, okay? But if you want to live in your purpose and you want to continue your journey, you have to be able to say, okay, this is my life. This is how I'm going to, whatever I create it. Whatever circumstances that happen in life, I create it. So you have to be able to look at, what it is that you're doing to be able to get yourself out of a situation instead of going in it and mulling over it or, holding on to those type of situations or circumstances. Know that there is an out and you have to take responsibility for getting there.
Right. It's about learning from these circumstances, these situations. You have to take a look at it. If you have the mindset of, why do bad things always happen to me? Why am I always this? Why are people always this way? Well, the common denominator in all of it is you. So you have to take a look at yourself. Look at how you treat people. Look at how you behave. Look at how you choose to spend your money. Look at how you choose to make your money. Look at the people that you are around. It's all about you. This life is you're supposed to live it for you. So why would you choose to stay in that place of being uncomfortable? Why would you choose to have people around you who are always talking bad about you? Why would you make those choices? Think about it. And there's a lot of people out here that they want to blame other folks for what it is. They don't want to be the one who has to make the decision. They don't want to be the one to step up. They want other people to be responsible for what's going on and to be the ones who are responsible for getting them out of the situation. It doesn't work like that.
Right. So if you're here, just so you guys know, please tell a bird to tell another bird to tell a flock of birds regarding this about this blab that we're doing under Living Your Purpose. It's an excellent topic. If you can hear us clearly, let us know. If you can't, let us know. We need your feedback on that as well. But it is true that we are conditioned to blame others. I think the reason why we do that is because we don't want to shine a light on our mistakes. We don't want to shine a light on us. Like it's better to give the blame to somebody else because that lessens the brunt of the bulk of the responsibility on us, on us. So once we're able to readjust or reevaluate and find out what our purpose in life is, then that journey you do alone. That journey you do alone. And if you constantly are getting bombarded with situations, remember everything's a choice. That's why the title is called Accountability and Choice, because you have a choice to choose to be better, choose to know exactly what you did wrong in whatever circumstances you're getting. You have a choice. You can choose to be, to deal with it, or you can choose to mull in it.
It's pretty simple. I think this is one of the more or less complicated topics that we've ever had to discuss. It's pretty straightforward. You choose the life that you want to have. You have to take accountability. You have to take responsibility for your own actions. And sometimes there are people that do bad things to you, and you can't help that necessarily. There are people who are out to do you wrong for whatever reasons that they may have. But again, it's about how you choose to deal with those people. Do you choose to continue dealing with those people? Do you choose to get away from them? And if you choose to continue dealing with them, then why? Because you choose something that's comfortable, something that's familiar. A lot of times we don't like to get outside of our comfort zone. We go with what we know. But if what you know is unhappiness, is struggle, is dissatisfaction, then why would you choose to stay there?
Yeah, and you're gonna gravitate around people that are the same way. Okay, until you realize that, wait a minute, I'm in a circle of complainers. This is not a mastermind. This is a circle of complainers. I don't think I like the energy, because misery loves company, right? So if misery loves company, you will start attracting those people that feel the same way you do, and you'll never be able to start your journey as far as taking accountability, because everybody in your circle loves to pin the blame on somebody else, whether it be the government, whether it be Obama, whether it be the Republicans, whether it be the Democrats, whether it be, any form. And I was that way. I was that person before I learned. I was that person that, the reason why I'm not doing well in my job is because, they don't see, my struggle. Okay. And they don't know, they haven't looked at my resume, and they don't even know that I'm qualified. But you know what it is their prejudiceness, and they're this and they're that. No. It was me. Right? It was my attitude and how I was thinking and my thoughts. So I was the one pinning the blame on people, and, wondering why I wasn't advancing, or wondering why I was still stuck in where I was, however I was. So I was that person until I realized that, hey, I need to sit down and say, okay, whatever circumstances that's coming around my way, I created. I got to stop this. I got to stop this route somehow. I got to stop it. I got to stop being around people that were milking my energy, okay, and they were the same as me. So I had to actually distance myself and create a whole new group of friends that was more positive, and went into more in trying to get to my journey. So yeah, I had to get rid of the leeches.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of it has to do with not realizing the power that we have as an individual. We are equipped with everything that we need. Now, we may not know it. Sometimes it takes another person to show us that. But at some point, you have to decide, I do have the power to control where I'm going in my life. Everything is not based on everybody else. Everybody else didn't do stuff to you. Everybody else is not responsible for you. Once you've grown up and you've left your parents' home, or you come to a certain age, it's up to you now. So you have to understand that you are as powerful as you want to be. It takes work, and a lot of times we feel like we don't want to do the work. But that's where accountability comes in. If you don't do the work, then you're not going to get it. Whatever it is that you want to see, have, do, and be, is up to you to do it. Right. Nobody else. There are other people who can help you along the way, but you have to make that decision to move in that direction.
Mm-hmm. So it ain't your parents, it ain't your boss, it ain't your coworker, it ain't your spouse. It's you.
Right.
Okay? It ain't your astronomical. The reason why, it's so funny, because I was that person too, where if something was going wrong, or I would use my sign, a Gemini, and I would say, that's the reason why I'm not getting what I'm doing, because I'm a Gemini. I got two sides, and maybe if I wasn't that way, and I thought that it was my sign,
mm-hmm.
So I blamed my sign. I did. This is the reason why I'm this way.
Right.
So we try our best to pin anything on outside sources, and you need to definitely work on it's you. So that's why we have this living your purpose, because that way you can be able to be redefined and redefine yourself, and redefine who you are and take that responsibility and continue on your journey.
All right, absolutely. So for everybody who's just recently joined us, I want to welcome you. Again, my name is Vivian K. Anderson. I'm an entrepreneur, minister, spiritual counselor, and life coach. And we also have SJ, who is, talk about yourself just for 2 seconds.
Okay, well, this is SJ.
Okay, 5.
Okay, 5 seconds. This is SJ from Inner Soul Development. That's right, Inner Soul Development. I'm a personal life coach and transformational speaker. What I do is I help you get off your autopilot, okay? And I take you off course to your greater self. I find that missing piece to your puzzle. You consider a horrible or terrible life or however you go, but it's amazing, it's beautiful, and you can definitely work your life if you know exactly how to do that. And I'm here to do that for you. So I get the results that stick, and we help you live in your purpose. That's the whole show. That's the whole meaning for the show.
That's why we're here. So we have 2 open spaces. We call them the love seats. If you have any additional input that you would like to share, any questions for either of us on this topic or any topic really at this point, then you are more than welcome to join us. We love to see your lovely faces. And also, if you have any questions that you'd like to put in the comments, please feel free to do that as well. If you have not already, please feel free, if you find that this is helpful to you or someone else, please do share it out, Twitter, Facebook, wherever sharing is done. Please do that as well.
Right. So we want to thank everyone for supporting the show. This is actually our 10th show. So this is our 10th show, and there's a lot more that this journey is going to award us with, and we thank the universe for that. And we're very grateful. We're very grateful for the friends and the people that come here and share their testimony and share how they can be able to show them how they took accountability and continue to be successful. Okay, because like I said, it's all about living your purpose and finding what it is that you can do to impact the world. Okay,
right.
So get in that love seat. Tell us about what you're doing. How do you take accountability? It's all about choices that we make in life, and so therefore we can be able to grow together and love on each other. That's the whole premise.
While we're, people are mustering up the courage to get on the camera, on the record. While we're on the record, right? Because off the record is a whole different story. But let's just do some updates. We are now on SoundCloud, Living Your Purpose. If you go to SoundCloud.com/LYP Broadcast, or just search Living Your Purpose, you'll find the first 3 episodes there right now. If you haven't been a part of this up until now, we are also on YouTube. Again, just search Living Your Purpose. We have the playlists so you can see us on video from episode 0 all the way up to episode 9 is available right now. So check that out. We are currently working on the Living Your Purpose website that will hopefully be launched this week. We've got a good start, and some really exciting things coming up for SJ and myself and Living Your Purpose as brand in general. A meditation series is coming 2016. We have
doing a meditation series, guys. I'm telling you, it's key to your Living Your Purpose, a meditation series. There's ways of meditating, guys. I'm telling you, you need to get on that.
Yep. So I'm working on that as we speak. I have my notes over here on how it's just a matter of how to go about it. I have a lot of things that I want to say, but I don't know if I want it to be written or videos or not sure yet. But that's coming 2016. We're also going to have an ebook available 2016. And the most exciting, I think, for the 2 of us is we're going to be available for public speaking engagements. So whether it's a corporate, personal organization, we are going to be making ourselves available for that. So again, if you have enjoyed so far, if you've been with us on this journey, we'd like for you to continue with us on this journey. It's a really awesome ride. And if you are just joining us on it, I encourage you to go back to SoundCloud or YouTube and check out what we've been doing so far. And if you're digging it, then continue to follow us. You can follow us here on Twitter at LYP Broadcast. and you can be updated on what's coming up in the
Right.
future. Also, really exciting. Next week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm on a roll.
You on a roll.
I'm on a roll. I'm sorry. Next week, I'm really excited. Episode 11, we're going to have our first interview with the one and only Jay Mugga, Joba. He's down there in the comments. Joba, would you just say something there so people can follow you and be kept up to date with what's going on? He's got an amazing story, and he's chosen to share it with us here on Living Your Purpose.
If you were in one of our, last episode, well, it was after Blab actually. You got a chance to listen to a little bit of the story, which was amazing. I was inspired by it. But what we're doing also with this whole series of Living Your Purpose, because this is crucial to everybody's growth, is that we're doing a podcast. We'll be podcasting very soon. So that's going to be great. That's going to be on iTunes and all that stuff like that, so that we can have a continuum of knowledge about how we can be able to grow better and be better. That's the whole premise. We want to do better, be better, and definitely try to live in our purpose. Whatever that purpose is for you, or if you haven't found it, this is the platform or this is the show that will help you get there.
So
yes, please definitely come in the love. In fact, call Jay Mugga.
Get up in here, man.
I want him to come in because I love this brother, and he has an amazing spirit, and he's living his purpose. And we're just gonna redefine it. We're gonna get him together and get him ready because he has a story to tell.
What up, everybody? You already know what it says. It's the one, the only Jay Mugga. What's going on, everybody? What up?
Going on, brother?
What's going on? Shout out to Danielle K. Anderson.
Yes.
On one side, and then the other one is, the one, the only, the one that, will go and was going in on Betty Crocker yesterday. I think that's her name. Patti LaBelle. There we go. He was going in. The one, the only SJ, man. Yeah, man. That was good. That was an insider. That's an insider, but we already know what it is. Shout out to you, SJ. You already know. Much love and respect, brother.
Yes.
So happy to see you as always, Jay Mugga.
Yeah.
You've been an inspiration to a lot of people, and I'm one of them. Okay, I can actually say I'm one of them because you're gonna on the 29th, guys. I'm not even gonna spoil it. But on the 29th, you gotta be there. We're gonna do an intense interview with this man right here. Okay, we're gonna get in all the nooks and crannies. Okay, of him. And how he is, okay? And we're working. He's part of the whole team. We love him, and I'm glad that he continues to stay with us as far as our journey is concerned with this show. So I appreciate that.
I just want to say one thing, SJ.
Yes.
I hope you don't come up with tricky questions, because you sure are very good with them tricky questions, brother. Just saying. But if you do, I'm ready for you, brother. It's nothing. I just want to thank you, SJ, and I want to thank Danielle for the opportunity of next Sunday having a conversation with me and interviewing me and asking all the great mysterious questions. And I'm ready, man. I'm ready because Living Your Purpose is a great show. It's going far. I see it in the horizon. 2016 is going to be you guys' year. And, you know what I mean? Y'all just going to rock it, man, for real.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Everybody. But like I said, on the 29th, guys, please, can you hear me?
Yeah.
On the 29th, just make sure that you guys are ready. Because like I said, we're not going to go into too much, but we're definitely going to present a message at the end, so that you can be inspired by it. So we ain't gonna get into his love.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but we ain't gonna do that. But what we're doing is just inspiring you, and we're gonna have more interviews after that as well. So it's just gonna be a lot of great material for you to actually get an opportunity to be a part of, and I think that's great.
Like I said, brother, you know what I mean? Like I said, I wish you guys the best all the time. I want nothing but the best for you guys. Um,
So let me ask you a question.
it's just like a preview. Is it like a short preview? Like, oh
I
god.
want to know. I
Okay.
want to know, how do you feel about our topic, which is accountability and choices in your life? How do you take 100% responsibility?
Well, I feel that sometimes I've made choices in my life that I regret of doing, and I'll probably continue doing so. But at the same time, it's like you have to take accountability, because if you're not happy in whatever situation that you're in, or if you're not, you know, it's not there anymore. What was there before, you have to actually like just be straight up with it. You know what I mean? Like if the choices and the accountability is like it's not there anymore, like whatever you had before, it's like it's not there. You just got to be man up about it, or stand up and be like, bam, this is what's going on. Take it or not, take it or leave it, and just be responsible of the decisions you make.
Right. Because there's a lot of people that are not taking accountability.
There's a lot of people that just be like, "Oh no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it." You know what I mean? It wasn't me. It's like I think that people should not try to control other people and make their own choices of what they want to do. You understand? Because that's what a lot of people in society does. A lot of people in society want to control you and want to make you and say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And it's like, why are you trying to change who a person is if that's their choices and if that's their accountability? Like, just let them be who they are, and don't try to change that people's life or that person's journey or whatever it is.
Right, right, absolutely. I feel like, people sometimes are defensive when it comes to their about the word accountability. They get very defensive, okay, because they don't want to be they don't want to have the brunt of knowing that they were wrong, okay, or they feel like, I'm this way, and whatever the case may be, they get so defensive. So we have to work on ourselves when it comes to that, because accountability is a great thing when you do it. It's not nothing negative. It's you actually readjusting who you are and redefining who you are, and being able to be successful, knowing that you are going to take responsibility of your life. Stop being defensive. People are so defensive when you tell them take accountability. What? I don't even take no accountability. What?
I didn't even do that.
Right.
I
You gotta take accountability.
mean, I just think that it's not easy though, SJ, either. You know what I mean? If you really come down and think about it, it's not really easy to be like, admit to stuff. You understand? Because sometimes it's hard. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing. Like sometimes a person don't want to hurt another person's feelings or break another person's heart or whatever the case might be. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. You know what I mean? If it's not there anymore, it's not there. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to take full responsibility and just go on about whatever you have to do. So that's just basically the choices and accountability that I think are very hard for people to do.
Very hard.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make hard choices. Some hard choices, whether it's letting somebody go, letting a business go, letting go of, or moving away. It could be moving forward if you want to change your life. Some hard choices need to be made, and like we said last week, sometimes it's going to get lonely.
Yeah.
But when you're alone, then there's nobody else to look at and say, "Oh, it's your fault." No, it's just you. And sometimes that's the most important thing. You have to look at you all the time. It's the most important thing. So look at yourself and figure out, once you've let all of those other things go, now what? Now what?
Yeah,
Now you have to make some choices. You have to take responsibility for your own life, and
absolutely. And
that's just what that's the basics of it, man. You know.
absolutely, absolutely. And we appreciate you, Jobo.
I appreciate you guys as well. You know, I mean, you guys are great people. I know you guys are. You guys are very, wonderful, you're smart. And you guys, like I said, and I'll say it again for the record, guys, keep a lookout. If you don't follow them, what the heck are you waiting for? Follow them, promote them, tune into the show. You're missing out on a lot of great nuggets or whatever the case might be. Just a lot of things you're missing out, and it's like you don't know what you're missing. Jump in, follow, and you would not regret it at the end of the day.
Oh, that's so.
Thank you so much for that. That
Oh,
it touched my heart. You touched my heart. Quayla's here.
Welcome,
yes.
Quayla, welcome.
And hello. Is it
Amen.
Chris? Chris, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome to Living Your Purpose, everybody. We were talking about, if you just joined us, we're talking about choices and accountability. If you're late, it's no problem. We are still here. With I don't know what time it is, but we got. I'm sure it's plenty of it.
6:33. 6:33.
Oh,
We are good. So there's plenty more conversation to have.
right.
If you are ready and willing, jump in the love seats. They are now open.
Yes.
And so basically, we're talking about taking responsibility for your life and making the choices, taking responsibility for your choices in life. So that's what it is. You are more than welcome. Even if you came in late, you're still more than welcome to jump into one of our seats
Right.
and join the conversation. Ask questions. Let's make it happen.
Don't be scared, people. Don't be scared. We don't bite. We don't bite. Don't be scared. Go ahead, Ashley. I'm sorry.
And I got this this notion or this topic from a book that I read called The Success Principles from Jack Canfield, and he was speaking regarding taking accountability. That's one of the keys to success. And he said that we have to take the 100% responsibility in whatever happens into our lives, and every level of our life, not just the living your purpose, but also in your level of achievement, in the results that you produce. All that is on you. Quality of your relationships. If you have a bad relationship or something's going on in relationships, that's your responsibility, 100% on you. And and also the state of your health or your income. If your income is not the best and your circumstances is not the best as far as income, that is also your responsibility. You're accountable for that. That's you. That's nobody else. And we have the habit of blaming other people or outside resources for the problems that we have or whatever problems that we have, areas in our lives. So I when it comes to even our feelings, we have accountability. What we say, what we say. So it's in every aspect of our lives, not just the journey itself, but ourselves as a whole.
Amen. Chris said it's not the big decisions that decide our lives. It's the small daily actions and decisions multiplied over and over. I think that's very important.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that comment.
Absolutely.
And Quayla says, not planning on it today for hearing support and inspiration. Oh, it's okay. It's all right if you don't want to jump in, but feel free to keep speaking in the comments on the topic at hand. Or if you have questions, again, please feel free to ask. That is what we are here for.
Right. And I was also speaking regarding, people who like to live in their struggle. They as soon as you call them, they want to tell you about their struggle, what they're going through, how no one understands. No one's walking in their shoes, okay? If you walked in my shoes, you understand where I'm coming from. No, those shoes you created yourself. You created that, okay? You got Victim Vicky. That's what I call her. And this is the person that's on the phone that all you're going to hear is stories about whatever over and over and over again. Nothing positive, everything negative. So, I mean, all those people, they created that circumstance.
Yeah, but Ezra, you got to see the reason why they created it, or what transpired them to create that circumstance in the whole situation. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, nothing could be created unless something causes the problem. Like there has to be a problem before something is caused.
Right, and like I said, whatever it is that's going on in your life, you attract it. So it had to be by your thoughts become things, of course. So it's something going on with you yourself, your home base. I think that's very important. I mean, we cannot, that's why I said accountability and that word accountability is sometimes people defend that because it's defending their weaknesses, right? And justifying their weaknesses. So it's not a bad thing with the word. It's just you redefining yourself. This is you living in your purpose and trying to be as successful as you can, and that is one of the key factors.
Like let's
Exactly
say,
right.
this is just an example. Let's say you eat a ham and cheese sandwich every day, for breakfast. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of eating ham and cheese. You understand what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with everything. It could be with a job. It could be with anything. You get tired of the same thing over and over again. And it's like, what do you do about that situation? What do you do? What is your accountability, or what's the choice that you're going to make? Is it going to be like, let's continue eating ham and cheese? Or,
Right. Because that's what you know.
or the accountability is, I'm going to change my menu and try to add mayonnaise into the ham and cheese. I'm going to try to add something to it to see if it would change,
Right.
But it's all about choices and accountability. You choose what you want to do in life or not.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Daniel. I'm sorry.
No, I was just speaking in agreement. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. Like the ham and cheese. You have to understand that choices are very crucial in living your purpose. It's very crucial. You have free will and choices. So if that ham and cheese, you have the ability to stop eating that. You have the ability to stop the ride that you're on emotionally. You have the ability to stop the ride that you have mentally, spiritually. You have that choice to say no. You have the choice to say yes, right? You have the choice to continue living your struggle. You have the choice to continue to be a victim. But you have to make a choice, because ultimately your choices create your circumstance.
Exactly. Now, I just wanted to reiterate the point. Sometimes things happen that you find yourself in that you don't necessarily have control over, meaning, there's layoffs at your company or something like that. That is outside of your control. What you do control is how you choose to deal with that situation. Are you going to go on unemployment and stay there forever? Or are you going to pursue something else? Are you going to sit on the couch and complain about, oh, they did me wrong, I've been there for this many years, and I did so-and-so get kept, and I got cut, and all of these type of things? Or you can choose to do better. You can take that experience that you have. It's about learning from your experiences. What, like Joe said earlier, what transpires to get you to that point. If it's, like I said, if it's a situation that you can't control, that's fine. But you still have to make a choice and take accountability for your own life and do it.
Absolutely. Because I know a lot of people that I bump into on a daily that are very, very, very talented. They're extremely talented. And they don't go anywhere when they're talented in that fashion. And the first thing they say is, it's a conspiracy, the government, because I'm black, because I'm Black Lives. They will put anything and everything on a situation to take less blame for their a part of whatever's going on. Okay? There's no part of anything. You got to take full responsibility. So it's not about the government, Obama. I mean, I've heard so many stories of why people don't. Well, I heard so many stories of why people can't get ahead. It's like they will blame everything on other individuals.
Right.
But okay, I have a question for you, SJ, and for everybody here. The question is this, brother: How can you be successful without somebody being a help to get you there? You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have no help in someone, like saying, you know what, we're gonna make it together. How can you really be successful if you don't have somebody to give you the opportunity to be successful?
I have a response to that. If you have to be the one to make the decision to be successful. You have to find those people who can help you on that journey to get to where you need to be. You need to attract those people. You have to take the steps. Make a plan, figure out what it is that you want to do, and if you need help, go seek it out. and then those people will, the right people, if you're doing it with the right intentions, the right people will come your way and help you get to where it is that you need to be.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But but you can't put the responsibility on other people to put you in that place. You have to do your part. Take the information that these people are giving you, take the opportunities that those people are giving you, and run with them.
Because no one, to be honest with you, no one has to give you anything.
Right.
No one's obligated to give you a dime. Okay? The only obligation they have to do is to take care of themselves. They don't got to give you a way in. They don't got to give you any type of connections or anything like that. So we have to know that we have to push through it alone. Our journey is alone. And we got to surround ourselves with people that can help us through that, but they don't necessarily have to be obligated to do anything for us. There's no obligation. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, helping and giving advice is great. Being around people that's positive is great. But eventually, you're living your purpose.
Yours. It's yours. So, Quayla had a question. How do you use attraction to access those people and or opportunities? That's a really good question.
Well, first, you got to believe that you're able to do it. Once you have the belief about whatever living your purpose, whatever your purpose is, or whatever impact you give to the world, whatever that is, you have to have a strong belief in it. Once you believe in yourself that it can be accomplished, those people will be attracted to you because you believe it first. If you understand or follow me, right?
Right.
So it takes you to actually believe it, and then you will see the opportunity just open up. There's no such thing as coincidence for me. It's about being able to believe in what you believe in, have that desire, that this burning desire to acquire it, and then you'll see those opportunities open up for you. But it starts with you first.
Right. And sometimes it happens when you're not looking.
Right.
Like, for instance, Living in Your Purpose came, I want to say, out of nowhere. But we were on similar paths, using the same platform, and we just, we found each other and said, and SJ hit me up and says, hey, we need to connect. And there was another person, Jamila, who we miss and we love, and said, we all should do this thing. And, we sat down, we talked about it, we figured out that if and how they align, living your purpose would align with our individual goals, and we made it so far, and it's an amazing ride. Like I said, we are 10 episodes, 11 broadcasts altogether, over, what is it, 2.5 months now? The time has been flying, and so many people like you, Quayla, and J Mugga have come along with us on this journey, and this is it. If you make a decision that you are on a path, that you're going to take a path, then the people will come. You don't just, it's difficult for me to say, you can't necessarily just call those people into your life. They're going to come to you. The way to use attraction is you make the decision, you take the action, and those who are meant to be in your path will come to you.
Mm-hmm. But it starts, and it starts with you. It starts with you. Like I said, like I told J Mugga, that no one's obligated to do anything for you. Your desire, your burning desire for whatever that is you. So that's where it starts. And so people will come along the way, will help you out in that. Don't ever stop. There's so many things that you can surround yourself with, that's going to just come to you. It's just going to open up like floodgates. It's going to open up for you.
Exactly.
This is wait, did we do all the questions? Because I don't know.
Go ahead and read that one from Chris.
Okay. From Chris, said you have to create such an energy that people first hate you, then admire you, and either way, their opinions not affecting you. For your purpose is so strong, people must follow.
Amen to that. People must follow. And again, I can't stress it enough. I mean, the law of attraction is a real thing, but just going back to accountability, it does start with you. You have to take action. It's not just about having intention. It's like like we talked about last week. You put your intention out there so strong that you want something to be done. You want something created, and it was created. Unfortunately, it wasn't you that did it, but so now you have to take ownership of it and take your own action on it because it's going to get done whether it's you or not.
Absolutely. It said, go ahead.
All right, I'll ask. Okay, cool. So I know this is against the main idea, but I gotta play advocate here. All right, what happens when people are on their path and they somehow have negativity drawn to them? How does that happen? Like MLK or Malcolm X? That's too heavy. No, I think that's fair. That's good. We like heavy.
We love heavy. You want to tackle that, or you good?
What happens when people are on their path and they somehow have negativity drawn to them, such as MLK or Malcolm X? All right. Man, that is a deep one.
I'm gonna say
I think the purpose was served. No one's time on earth is definite. And I think that part of their purpose was to go with it's a little dark, but part of their purpose was to go the way that they did. Martin Luther King, he predicted it. He said it in a speech. I'm not going to get there with you, but the time is coming. You know. So it means you're doing what you're meant to do, and their deaths, although tragic and nasty, that's part of the message. Like someone's doing good and they're still evil in the world. So we just be aware of that and focus on what it is that the messages that they are giving. So if you're on your path and you're in the public eye on some go against the grain type stuff and somebody doesn't like it, that is the message. This is what happened because somebody didn't like that, but the message is more powerful than the way that they left because that message lives on forever.
Absolutely. And in life, remember, even though you can create life and you can create how your path is by different ways of doing that. I think that there are going to come challenges in your life. That just happens. It's negative, it's positive. So those things are going to come into your life, and it could be detrimental to the point of you losing your life. But the whole purpose is that they continued straight on, committed, dedicated to a message that they resonated around the world, worldwide, and and the message is still going on down to this day. So their mission was accomplished. However, you have people that may not like that message. They may hate that message, and they may try to take your life or end your life. But at the end of the day, they stayed on message. They stayed on purpose. And so that's why they can continue to move in the direction where now we're talking about it years later. And
decades later, scores later.
Exactly. And they are staples in our society. They are there for a reason, for us to learn from them and to let us know that we as an individual need to be as focused as they were, as focused as sending a message like they were.
Oh, yay. I was about to ask and she jumped in right beforehand.
What it does. What is going on?
Hey, Chris, how's it going? Welcome.
Oh, what's up? First off and foremost, you guys are killing it.
Oh, thank you so much. You know what? You had so much really good stuff going on in the comments, and I was just about to ask you to come into the list before we shut down the recorded part of the broadcast.
Absolutely.
So, what would you like to share with us and impart?
Well, I just think, just to add to what you folks are saying, is if you're not having persecution, if you're not having the negativity, if you're not having the hurdles, that means you're not doing something right. If you don't have the thought of maybe this isn't for me, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, then you probably shouldn't be doing. You should be switching. The fact of the matter is, you can't find. I mean, I typed it, and I'll just say it again. You cannot show me one truly successful person, just one. I just want you to show me one that did not have some hurdle. And I don't mean like some small little hurdle. I mean like huge. You look at Michael Jordan. I mean, stories, all you got to do is research the story. You look at Ray Kroc. You look at the story of Starbucks. You look at the story of Honda, Mr. Ford. You cannot find one truly successful person that had it easy.
Right.
Besides Sam Walton's kids. I mean, he just kind of left it. You know, there are that's one, but they didn't work.
Yeah, but they still have stuff that they need to deal with. There's litigations and all kinds of things that they have to do to remain successful.
Absolutely. That's the thing. I mean, I want to add it to SJ is, there's a lot of people today that complain that the rich people are rich and the poor people are poor. And the fact of the matter is, you look at we'll look at some big bank, Wells Fargo, Discover Card, Chase. Look at those big CEOs; they're making multi-millions of dollars. And I'm okay with that. Reason being is because they put in the time, effort, and money to go to the school to have what they have. So I'm okay with that. We look at professional athletes who are making hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm okay with that. Why? Because they chose that profession, and they chose what they were going to get paid before they signed that contract. What I'm not okay with is somebody who goes to work at McDonald's for $7.50, knows what he or she's going to be making before she says, yeah, I'll come to work on Monday. And then as soon as she comes to work on Monday, she says, hold on, I'm not getting paid 15? No, you're getting paid exactly what we told you we would pay on before we agreed that you would work here.
Right.
It blows my mind. But the fact of the matter is, we live in the good old United States of America. You want to make $15 an hour, go find a $15 an hour job. But let's be honest, folks, where are you going to find a job that pays $15 an hour is going to allow you to live the life you want to live? Quit complaining and change your life. You know what I mean?
Right. I want to just say, let's be fair. $7.50 isn't going to pay anybody's rent.
Is it me? I'm sorry, Danielle. I'm sorry. Is she breaking? I just feel like are you breaking up a little bit? Like you're really breaking up. I wanted you to definitely answer this. Go ahead, because like you're breaking.
I'm not sure. Let's ask the audience. Does anybody else have any problems?
A little bit. It goes in and out a little bit.
A little bit. I apologize for that. I don't think there's anything I can do at this moment. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You know what you signed up for when you went in there, and if you want to make it better, then do better. If you don't want to make $7.50 an hour, you want to work at McDonald's, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Somebody's got to do it. But if you want to stay on fries, then go ahead and stay on fries. But you're not going to make more than fries money. You know what I'm saying? There are places that you can go, and it's really easy to move up, but you have to take accountability and take the action.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? McDonald's pays for school. McDonald's has management training. McDonald's has, great programs that you can become a franchisee. You can own your own shop, or you can have a string of them.
Right.
But if you come in at $7 an hour, don't expect more than $7 an hour unless you are planning to do more than a $7 an hour job. I
agree. And just to add to that, there was recently a military individual who he appeared in some. It's going around the media like crazy, but he stood in front of some board and he said that he loved his job. First off and foremost, you served my country. My hat's off to you. The thing that frustrates me about the individual is he was complaining that even though he loved his job and he loved cooking chicken because he worked at Kentucky Fried, he loved cooking the chicken, he loved making people happy and filling people's tummy. But the fact of the matter is, when that individual was fighting for our country, what he was fighting for is the free enterprise system. So he has the opportunity to fight for the free enterprise system. And my answer to him is, if you love cooking chicken so much, if you love making people happy and putting food in their belly, do exactly like Mr. Colonel Sanders did and go create your own fried chicken line.
Exactly.
And you hit the nail right there. The reason why people are the way they are as far as lack of limitation is because they lack mental awareness.
Yep.
Okay? They lack the mental awareness. Now, people that's making $40,000 a year or $50,000 a year are not making $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year because they want to. It's because they're not mentally aware of how to make that in a month, in a week. It's all about mental awareness. And once they increase their mental awareness, they will see their opportunities. Right now, they're seeing it on a physical level, so their mental awareness is limited.
Right.
You understand?
And what I say is, if you can't find a place that can house your joy, then create it.
Right.
If you love cooking chicken and you love feeding people, you love, being in the service industry, and that's great, but you're not getting paid what you feel like you can live the lifestyle that you want to by doing it the way you're doing it now, then do it different. You can still cook chicken, you can still make the mashed potatoes, potato salad, all that kind of good stuff, but you can sell it your own, and you can make a lot more, if you market it right. All you have to do is take the steps, take the chances, make the choices to do more for yourself and for those around you. Now, we are coming up on 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this broadcast. But no worries, because Living Your Purpose has what we call the After Blab. And that's a lot more, a little bit more relaxed and laid back. And we hope that those of you who are here will stay with us. So I'm going to just clear the seat so that we can shut it down. And then you're more than welcome to come back in when we're finished. All right. Thanks so much. All right. So there it is, you guys. Living your purpose, choices, and accountability. You have to take accountability for your life, your choices, your actions. And living your purpose is key. Absolutely key. My name is Danielle K. Anderson, also known as Danielle the VP. I am an entrepreneur, life coach, spiritual counselor, and many other things. But it is my purpose to help people look good, feel good, and to find and walk in their own purpose. And as always, with me is SJ.
SJ, that's right, from Inner Soul Development. That's right, Inner Soul Development. I'm a personal life coach and transformational speaker. I help you get off your autopilot, take you off course to your greatest self. I find that missing piece to your puzzle that you call a hectic life, but it's so beautiful and wonderful once you know how to work it, and I get results that stick. So definitely, I help you live in your purpose. That is the whole consensus of this show.
All right, so thank you so much. That ends it for this evening. Stick around for the After Blab, and next week, Sunday, November 29th at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be interviewing the one and only Jay Mugga, or Jova, and we're going to talk about his story. And I really encourage you to come along for that ride, because I promise you it's going to be an interesting one. So thank you so much, everyone, and stick around for the After Blab.
Oh, look.